Have you ever wondered what the very first human who left the ground actually felt? Or how human imagination turned the flight of birds into engines, wings, and steel? And maybe a simpler question: what would our world look like if airplanes never existed? Flight isn't just about moving from one place to another. It's an ancient dream, something humanity imagined for thousands of years before it became real. But the path from imagination to reality was filled with smoke, noise, and endless attempts. It all began with two American brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright. In 1903 at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, on a cold December morning when no one could imagine powered flight, they built a fragile wooden machine covered in fabric, and it stayed in the air for only 12 seconds. 12 seconds! But those 12 seconds changed human history forever. Their plane flew just 36 meters, but from that moment on, Earth was no longer our only home. Still, real flight had only just begun. In the following decades, inventors from all over the world joined the race. Europeans built stronger engines, the French improved aerodynamics, and Americans focused on better control systems. Before World War I, airplanes were basically noisy toys. But war changed everything. When the Great War began in 1914, armies realized that flight wasn't just a dream. It was a strategic advantage. Planes were used for scouting, delivering messages, and soon, for combat. That's when the first true biplane fighters appeared, flying at 150 kilometers per hour with a range under 300 kilometers. Each flight, each crash, each repair taught us something new. After the war, aviation exploded with progress. The 1920s and 30s became the golden age of flight. Companies like Boeing and Douglas in America and Junkers in Germany started building passenger planes. In 1927, Charles Lindbergh made history with his Spirit of St. Louis, flying non-stop from New York to Paris. 5,800 kilometers in 33 hours. He wasn't just a pilot, he was a symbol. He proved that the sky had no borders. But the story didn't end there. World War II arrived, and planes turned from travel machines into symbols of power. Bombers, fighters, and transport aircraft, each representing the best technology of its time. During this era, the first jet planes appeared. Hitler ordered the creation of the Me-262, the world's first operational jet fighter, flying at over 800 kilometers per hour. Something that seemed impossible just years before. After the war, the world changed again. People didn't want to fly for war anymore, they wanted to fly to see the world. The 1950s became the golden age of civil aviation. The Boeing 707 and the Douglas DC-8 filled the skies. For the first time, transcontinental flights became accessible to ordinary people. Imagine London to New York in just 7 hours instead of several days. By 1960, more than 15,000 flights were taking off every day. Today, that number exceeds 100,000 daily flights. But the true symbol of aviation came in 1969. The Boeing 747, the queen of the skies. A giant that could carry over 400 passengers, powered by 4 massive turbofan engines, cruising at nearly 900 kilometers per hour. It wasn't just a plane. It was a statement of human progress. Meanwhile, the race for speed continued. In 1976, the Concorde, a joint project between Britain and France, took off. The first commercial supersonic jet. London to New York in just 3.5 hours. Twice the speed of sound and around 279 kilometers per hour. But high cost and noise pollution grounded it in 2003. At the same time, military aviation was evolving too. Fighters like the F-16 with extreme maneuverability, or stealth bombers like the B-2 Spirit that could vanish from radar. Then came the digital age. Flying was no longer just about human skill. Computers entered the cockpit, GPS navigation, autopilot, smart sensors, all making flights safer and more precise. Today, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner flies with a lightweight composite body, using 20% less fuel than older models. The Airbus A350, with its full-glass cockpit and advanced systems, feels more like a flying computer than an aircraft. But maybe the most fascinating planes today are the ones without pilots. Drones. Small, fast, and incredibly smart. used for filming, farming, or even complex military missions. By 2023, over 17 million registered drones were flying around the world. Meanwhile, companies like Joby and Volocopter are designing electric air taxis. Imagine taking off from your rooftop and flying to work in minutes. Still, not everything in the sky is perfect. Aviation accounts for about 2.5% of global CO2 emissions. That's why the next big race is for green flight. Biofuels, electric engines, and futuristic designs that rethink what a plane even looks like. At the same time, flying has never been safer. The odds of a commercial plane crash are less than 1 in 11 million. If you flew every single day, it would take roughly 30,000 years for you to face a real crash. And yet, our curiosity keeps pushing us forward. We're still chasing more speed, more height, and new horizons. Today, engineers at NASA and Boeing are testing silent supersonic jets that break the sound barrier without the boom. SpaceX is developing reusable rockets for Earth-to-Earth travel, from New York to Tokyo in under an hour. And it leaves us with one big question. Will flying one day feel as normal as walking? Will the boundary between sky and ground simply disappear? Maybe that answer isn't far away. But one thing's for sure. As long as the sky exists, the dream of flight will always live within us.